Buckeye Talk video version from cleveland.com. Try the texts. I got hired here in 2005. I mean, it's Ohio State football. Of course it's a big deal. I know it's a big deal. But I didn't grow up an Ohio State football fan. I didn't grow up in Ohio. I didn't know that much about the program. They didn't hire me because of my Ohio State knowledge. They hired me because of my great writing ability and my good looks. So I show up and come on. Nobody even, you just tilt your head. Nathan tilted his head like a dog. Rip me on that.
You said we've been talking over each other too much, so I thought it would be a non-verbal response.
That's why I tried to pause. I'll pause when I say ridiculous things so you guys can jump in and call me out. I got here and I knew that people cared about Ohio State football. I had no idea how much. I didn't know. I didn't know how broad it was or how deep it was. And that how broad it was 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. I didn't know that. And how deep it is that it's the most important thing in a lot of people's lives outside of their family. And yeah, people are sports fans. Sports is important to people. This state, this team, if I had been making a decision and not just writing stories, but making decisions that affected the Ohio State football program, the first year that I was here, I would have made different decisions than I would make today. So when I read that, and I can read what part of what Teddy is as good of a Big Ten writer. He's as connected in the Big Ten as there is anybody out there. He was a year ahead of me in Northwestern. He was much better student. He was much more involved in the student paper than me at Northwestern, and his career has skyrocketed. And I'm just sitting in pink headphones on a podcast on a Sunday night. So Teddy is the real deal. On the Feinbaum show, he said, Kevin Warren said he believed that when he came out with that decision on August 11th, it was not going to be as heavily scrutinized as it was because, as he says, it was a decision that they were giving up money. They're not doing it for the money. They're giving up hundreds of millions of dollars. So he thought the fact that they were doing it for the health, safety, and well-being of the athletes was going to be enough. And that, I think, is a misread. And by scrutinized, I think this is not, people are not acting necessarily rationally on this. If you don't understand the passion, this is all passion and emotion. You can make a decision on science, but part of your explanation has to be about passion. Now, the whole point of this is you can't make life and death multi-million-dollar decisions that affect hundreds of thousands of people. You can't make those only on passion. And I would say that there are parents and fans out there who want that decision made only on passion. And that's wrong. You have to take everything into account, including science and money and health and welfare and emotion and passion. Passion's got to be in the equation, but passion has to be at the forefront of the explanation. Hey, the scientists told us this. I know it stinks. Let me talk to you so you can tell me how much it stinks. And if Kevin Warren says he doesn't know how much it would be scrutinized, he doesn't get it. Now, I know people don't want to hear excuses. That's fine. He's new. It's not an excuse. Yes, I should have been good right off the bat. I'd been around. I'd covered sports. I knew how to do this. I should have been good right off the bat. I'm much better now. I understand things much better now. So I'm just trying to tell you that part of it. So I don't think they can go back. But now as we go to, do you think they can pull off winter or spring? I think Kevin Warren has absorbed some of the passion. And now that would lead them to say, we have to have a plan. My God, these people love it. They love it. I knew they liked it. I didn't know they loved it this much. We have got to exhaust every possibility and come up with the smartest plan we can to give these fans and these players and these parents and these coaches football. I'm not saying we were totally wrong to do it in the fall, but we didn't take everything into account the right way. So that makes me believe, yeah, I think they do have a better chance to get something lined up for January and February because they have a better idea. And I keep throwing in the mix. 6 presidents total on the job less than a year. If they don't get it now, they're deaf and blind. I hope we get a January plan. Let's mark this down. Steven, will we have a January plan presented this week by the Big Ten? Yes or no?
Yes, I think so. I think early in the week too, because they have to get the ball rolling on it. So yeah.
Nathan, yes or no?
I think yes. I think it would be middle to later in the week, but I think yes.
Yeah, I'll join that yes. That's an optimistic yes, and we'll end it with some optimism on this Buckeye Talk. I'm Doug Maurice. He's Stephen Means. He's Nathan Baird. Thanks so much for listening. Try the texts. And that was Buckeye Talk.